Dr. Doom has taken over the Fortnite island and has brought locations from his kingdom of Latveria to the island with him. But that's not all Doom has done, as he's also taken out the likes of Galactus, Ultron, Magneto, and many others who could have possibly stood in his way. It is now up to our Chapter 5 protagonists Hope, Jones, and their allies from both the Fortnite and Marvel universe to team up to stop Dr. Doom. But what is Doom's plan? How did he get so powerful? And what happened that led us to this Marvel season in the first place? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video, as while we may only be 1 week into the season, we've got a ton of lore to look over today, and it answers a lot of questions previously left unanswered. But keep in mind, while I will be going over all of the new lore in this video, I will also be throwing in some of my own theories, but I will make visual indicators on screen for what I'm just theorizing. But in this video, I plan on answering the following questions. What is Dr. Doom's plan on the island? What happened to our past villains? And where do I think this season is going to go? So sit down, relax, we got a lot to talk about. But with the introduction out of the way, let's start off with what Dr. Doom's plan is on the island. So we know Dr. Doom has been present on the Fortnite island, not only last season as the Wanderer, which led to him absorbing the powers of Pandora's box, but he was also present in helping us stop Galactus from destroying the Zero Point back in Chapter 2. Additionally, he was also present in the Zero War comics that took place during Chapter 3, in which he had actually made a deal with Geno, the leader of the Imagined Order, to become one of his higher-ups. This is important as it actually reveals why Dr. Doom is so interested in Reality Zero. So for those who don't know Dr. Doom too well outside of the comics, as let's be real, his big screen interpretations have been horrendous, quite frankly. Dr. Victor Von Doom is not a villain who plans on destroying the universe as many others do. In fact, Doom actually dreams of creating a perfect utopia for all, which if you're familiar with Fortnite's lore, you would know that this is the exact same goal Geno once had, and why he originally created the Imagined Order and controlled the loop. See, in the past, the Imagined Order used the loop as a trial ground to find the strongest in the multiverse to live on the real Reality Zero island in order to create Geno's perfect utopia. Now we know Geno's plan was ultimately foiled, but it would seem that this season, we'll get to see Dr. Doom continue with Geno's plan, but now fully in his image.
Mother, I am building my new kingdom. This place reeks of failure, of fault, of imperfection. But it will not be this way for long. I will set this place to order. I will make it perfect by gentle guiding hand, or by brutal fist of submission.
But if Dr. Doom is just trying to create a perfect world, why are we trying to take him down? See, the actual problem with Dr. Doom isn't his end goal, but it's how he plans to get there, as Doom does not like wasting time, so he will do whatever he deems necessary to achieve his goals, even if it costs the lives of billions. And we've already seen how far this Dr. Doom is willing to go, as he's already taken the lives of several Marvel characters, and potentially even some of Fortnite's. Which brings me to talking about what happened to the past villains of Chapter 5, as this season has neatly tied all of the past season's plots together very nicely. So starting off with the Wasteland Warriors, according to the Rust NPC, Doom has taken care of Megalodon. And while this doesn't confirm he's been killed, just seeing what Dr. Doom has done to the others who got in his way, I think it's safe to say that Megalodon, the Machinist, and Ringmaster Scar were all used as examples to scare off the rest of the Wastelanders. Truthfully, I want to be wrong about this, as I actually grew to like Meg and Mac, but knowing Doom, these characters most likely met a very unpleasant fate. But in other news, we finally know the whereabouts of Zeus after being defeated by Hope and Jones, thanks to the medic NPCs on the island, who have apparently been taking care of him this whole time. So according to Artemis, Zeus has lost his immortality, and it would seem that whatever Hope and Jones did to him was pretty bad, as Zeus was, according to the medics, left immobilized until just this season. But as I had said in the past, Zeus was not killed by Hope, but what he'll do now, who knows? But finally, let's discuss the whereabouts of the Society's members. Admittedly, Valeria and Montague are still MIA, but I suspect that we'll be seeing them both return this season, as there are survey skins that have a very high likelihood of being new versions of them. If these are them, it would seem that Monty has become sort of a wanderer himself, ironically, and Valeria appears to be a perfect counter to her younger sister once again, as personally, I predict that she'll be teaming up with Doom, and this can be evidenced by Doom having her Pandora Pandora's Box book in his personal library. Plus, if you are unaware of the comics, Doom has a soft spot for women named Valeria due to his feelings for his past lover of the same name, who he later even named his goddaughter after. Now, I'm not saying that Valeria is gonna end up being the new Valeria Von Doom, but this wouldn't be the first time a Fortnite and Marvel character hooked up either. Well, that cursed image aside, let's talk about Oscar and Nisha's whereabouts. Nisha and her brother Cavell have joined the Underground in their efforts against Doom. While she doesn't consider Hope a friend, she's willing to lend a hand in stopping Doom. Oscar seems to have similar feelings, but as of now, he's on his own rebuilding a life for himself, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him join the Underground later this season. But finally, let's talk about the future of this season. Now, as of the time I'm recording this video, we only have the first 2 batches of story quests available to us via leaks, which are simply setting up the plot of this season. Currently, Doom has realized how evil the powers of Pandora's Box truly are, and how they are meant to corrupt whoever uses them, meaning originally, the box was calling to Hope in order to turn her into a force of evil, but it would seem that Doom has now changed the fates according to the Oracle last season, and now he's creating a new armor set that will allow him to use the powers of the box without becoming corrupted. But that's not all Doom is up to. While his main goal appears to be a selfless goal of creating a better world, his true selfish desire is still a part of his plan. See, in the comics, every year Doom has a one-on-one fight with a demon named Mephisto, who's basically Marvel's version of the devil, in order to win the ownership of his mother, Cynthia Von Doom's soul, and free her from his clutches. Every year he loses this fight to him, but now Doom believes he can defeat him with the new powers he's gained from Pandora's Box, and I suspect that this will be our Fortnitemares event this year. That or they're just gonna go the Marvel Zombies route. Either of these would be super cool if I'm being honest. But I'm not done with my predictions just yet. What if I told you I believe I know where Fortnite's story is going beyond this season? Does that interest you? Then you should consider subscribing to my channel, as in my next long form video, I will be discussing my theory on how we will go from this Marvel season to Chapter 2 OG and finally reaching Chapter 6.